Alchemy Lab, September 17th, 2022. I want to do a little bit of work on my alchemy today. And so let's get started. My Alchemy Lab is growing. Now what I have in the alembic is I'm just distilling some water in that. Because clean water in alchemy experiments is important. All right. What I have here is a pound of eyebright herb. It was shipped here from Bulgaria. And I like eyebright herb because in alchemy, in herbal medicines, eyebright herb has been used for quite some time to make eye medicines, eye remedies. And so I have eyebright herb, eyebright drops, and eyebright seeds, which I planted, and the eyebright seeds are actually starting to sprout. So anyway, I'm going to open up this bag here. We're going to see the eyebright herb. That's what it looks like in the interior bag. Eyebright herb, dried organic bulk tea, euphrasia. £1 pound. At some point today, I'm going to put this in glass mason jars to preserve it. It seems to me like eyebright herb might be getting harder to get, so I want to grow it. Here's my red lion. Washed one time with philosophical mercury, not elemental mercury. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to grind it up a bit. Trituration in alchemy means grinding. Now, I've been going hiking and trying to get in better shape. And a couple of things I brought home from hiking. I found wild grapes growing down at the river that were delicious. So I collected the seeds, dried them in the sun, and I've got seeds here from the wild grapes. I would like to grow those. And I also brought home a jar of beach sand. It looks like it has a high content of black sand in it. But anyway, it's for my sand baths. I'm going to fill this iron bowl with sand and create a sand bath with it for this retort distillation apparatus. And then I have another one of the iron bowls on a trivet stand here to make a sand bath with. So those are going to be interesting. There is a little bit of the ground up red lion. I'm going to further process this red lion. I'm just giving it a bit of grinding. And I'm going to roast it again. And then I'm going to wash it with philosophical mercury again, not elemental mercury. And what I plan to do with that is to finish processing it, cleansing it. You see the gold colored specks. An interesting point in alchemy. This stuff is heavy with great weight. And I'm going to grab another container really quick. All right. I have another container. And what I'm going to do is put the ground triturated red lion in there so that I can grind up some more. And I might share this video on Facebook. I probably should share this video on Facebook. Maybe get some more traffic to it. Crushing the red lion, grinding it up in a glass mortar and pestle, fine as the painters grind the colors. So the process I'm doing, I've been roasting the substance in heat, washing it, washing the amalgam with philosophical mercury, not elemental mercury, and grinding it. And I'm going to repeat this process it. until the amalgam is clean. Well, my internet connection is super slow today. I'm supposed to have high-speed internet. I'm trying to share this video to a couple Facebook pages. The internet is super slow today. So, I'm working on the trituration of the red lion. Working its process as I have described in my books, videos, DVDs that I have made over the course of time. And here is a Wet Path Alchemy project I'm working on. This extraction vessel goes to the sun dome, and we can see a black color in there along with the white, black and white alchemy solvent coagula. And here's another extraction vessel. In here is yellow, the menstruum. And I also have been adding this one to the sun dome, doubling up the imbibitions in the sun dome. Let me finish sharing this to Facebook really quick. Alright, I'm trying to share this to a couple of Facebook pages, but for some reason my home internet is about worthless. My home internet is about worthless. And that sucks, doesn't it? So my laptop screen is frozen. It seems like someone's sabotaging me over the internet, because anytime I really start trying to do anything with my YouTube channel, my home internet starts having problems. It starts freezing up or being disconnected or just not working at all. It's really an ugly mess. It's not pleasant at all. So I'm adding more menstruum to this vessel. That's what I'm doing with it. I have new alchemy equipment coming. I've ordered a sock slit extraction apparatus for doing work with plants and herbs. extracting essential oils, things of that nature. The water distillation is set at 240 degrees Celsius, and I actually don't need it that high. It's a good warm up temperature. 220 degrees Celsius is fine. In old alchemical manuscripts, especially ones that talk about the Philosopher's Stone or the Magnum Opus or the Great Work, they talk about material being very heavy, with a great weight. When they talk about the transmutations and stuff like that, transmutation powder, projection powder, very heavy, with a great weight. This material here has some weight to it. Gesundheit. Grinding, triturating my red lion. Not for consumption. I'm just using that glass as a container to hold it, the part that's already been ground, making my work easier. we go. See what it looks like. It looks red with shiny gold specks. I want to say red and black. Black, yellow, red. That's interesting, isn't it? And I have an older magnum opus work that I've been was previously working on in the playlist back here. That's been on the back burner. You might recognize this one if you've watched my videos. You might recognize this one. It's been on the back burner. That's what it looks like. And earth is depositing at the bottom of the glass with a blackish color. Something swims atop the surface like an oil, like a peacock's tail. So at some point I should be able to resume work upon that. Alright. Let's see here. Grinding the red lion, filtration and alchemy. Well, I poured it in the wrong vessel, didn't I? Alright, doesn't matter, because I'll grind it again. You can't grind it too much, really, can you? In alchemy. Remember, do not try this at home, not for consumption. Here we go. Grinding my red lion. So it's a process described in my works. The process of grinding, roasting, washing. Not necessarily in that order. More like roasting, washing, grinding. And I can show the material that's been removed from the washing too. I'll grab that really quick. Alright, now this material, the glass is frosty because it was in the refrigerator. Just seemed like a good place to store it. I wanted to see if crystals would grow. And that's why I placed it in there. But this is the material that has been separated from my red lion. There we go. Grinding. Roasting, washing, grinding. There we go. I have red lion in different stages. My red lion. There's some in this pan that's been roasted. I have it in different stages, which is kind of handy for doing different experiments. Trying out different processes, different techniques. A learning experience. This batch of my red lion has been roasted, washed with philosophical mercury, not elemental mercury, and ground. And this is what it looks like. However, I'm not done working it. In the writings of Theophrastus Paracelsus, he says it's fine as the painters grind the colors. And in the old alchemical manuscripts, they say washed until it's clean. Till the amalgam is clean. In my interpretations and understandings of alchemy, this means grinding or roasting, washing, grinding, and repeating until the amalgam is clean and as fine as the painters grind the colors. And when I get this sample or specimen done, then I can proceed. I also have a specimen container here that I can use to store it. Until I am ready to proceed. But I kindly think that I am ready to proceed. So, I took a break from alchemy. You know, someone gave me COVID. That took a toll on me. It seemed to affect my lungs. It's really seemed to bother my lungs and my energy. It seemed to drain the energy and the breath right out of me. And I hope to recover. I seem to be improving, I think. And I'm trying to get in better shape. In hiking, weightlifting, not dieting, I eat. That's one flaw about me getting in shape. I like food. But anyway, this is where I'm at on September 17th of 2022 with my Alchemy Lab. I've got new equipment ordered and coming. As you can see, my alchemy laboratory has been growing. I've got alembics, retorts, a separatory funnel, a sock slit extractor is on the way. This is Alchemy of Steven School. Hello everyone, it's nice to see you here. Which books do I recommend on alchemy? Bartlett is a good source. Bartlett has been in alchemy a long time. He's a well-respected alchemist. Bartlett, you know, a lot of people recommend Bartlett. That is a good recommendation. Robert Allen Bartlett is a well-known, world famous alchemist. His books are a good selection. Yes. Here's some pyrite samples that I have. I've been collecting minerals and specimens of metallic ores, garnets, things of that nature, things to experiment with. I'm I'm probably about due to make another trip to the rock store. Get some more specimens. I'd like to get some malachite. Maybe some more garnets. I will, I occasionally post alchemy books, links to them on my community tab on my YouTube page. When I find a good alchemy book, I usually will share it over there. So, the red lion alchemy work that I've been doing is considered dry path alchemy, and the green lion alchemy work that I've been doing is considered wet path alchemy. And this retort I've set up here, I'm going to fill this with sand and make a sand bath. And what I would like to do with this is animal realm alchemy. And that's my current intention for that, is to do the animal work in alchemy, the animal realm. And so you could probably journey outside. Can probably take this live stream outdoors and resume and keep going. I'm not going to interrupt the feed, but I'm just going to take this outside because I've got some wet path alchemy out there I can work on. We do get airplanes through here. They do get kind of noisy. So here's my outdoor work table and my sun dome. Nice crystallization in the sun dome. So this is my green lion in here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. It's borderline coagulation stage right now. It's getting windy. The wind is picking up, blowing everything around. I don't want any debris to blow into my green lion. We do get a lot of planes here. They are noisy. And there are fires in Northern California. There are fire planes dropping fire retardant and stuff, but look at the crystal growth. Hopefully we can have a clear picture. Discord, I don't have Discord. I don't think I've ever used it. I may have used it a long time ago. I don't use Discord. I could look it up and maybe try to learn about it. I'll look into Discord and see what it is. But there's my green lion, wet path alchemy approaching coagulation with a lot of crystalline growth in there. A lot. And volatile salts, needle-like crystals. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go grab an extraction jar and do an imbibition. So bear with me one moment. I'll be right back. Alright, here I've got 2 extraction jars that I'm using to feed this green lion. I added the second larger extraction vessel just to ramp it up and get the work going faster, get a larger quantity of the green lion. And just gonna do an imbibition here. Watering the material, watering the crystalline growth, feeding it as it were. The milky white solution reminds me of the writings of Michael Sendivogius when he speaks of the virgin's milk that is the better part of the stone. And there's bubbles like unto the eyes of fishes, as described in the writings of the sages. The imbibitions, the turns of the wheel, seem to bring out color changes. I'm going to put the top back on because it is a windy day. We are supposed to have rain coming tomorrow. I don't want debris to blow into my green lion. Let it be protected in the sun dome. So now, what I'm going to need to do, I'm going to refill my extraction vessel with menstruum. Over the years, people have asked me a lot about that, so I started including it in the videos, just showing it a bit. And I have moved all that stuff outdoors. I keep it outdoors now. I don't keep it in the house too much anymore. I might bring it in briefly to make a video. I'll be right back. I'm going to get the materials to add new menstruum to this extraction vessel. Alright, here we go. I'm going to move this sun dome onto a shelf over here so we can focus more on this. Notice I don't put a rubber band around the top of my the plastic on my extraction vessel, because if there are any expanding gases, I want them to find vent and escape without cracking the glass, which is also why I'm keeping these things outside for ventilation. Notice, as I've always said over the years when people have asked me, I don't measure the amounts, I just eyeball it. When I make the menstruum that I use. And now I'll let that sit. There's the sun dome. We'll check on that a bit. The sun dome is very efficient. A solar oven, a secret oven, an oven of secrets, the secret oven of the alchemist. This morning the sky was very smoky in Auburn. The air quality was listed as hazardous. However, it seems to be improving. We now have nice blue skies, white clouds above, airplanes flying. A drastic improvement over the air quality that we saw this morning. That was terrible. I'm going to post some pictures on my YouTube community page of the sun this morning through the smoky sky. It looked much different than it looks now. Alright, this is Alchemy of Steven School. Do not try this at home, not for consumption. Subscriber updates. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.